Right, let's crack on with this.
Right.
Smith's fallen asleep and I'm hungry. So, hungry Nige with my hippos.
Hello, you are listening to Off Radar, It's a Movie podcast. I'm James Smith, a professional film and video editor.
I'm James Eatock, a freelance writer and illustrator specialising in 1980s cartoons.
And I'm Neil Brock, aka Nige, the man with two names, former film journalist and currently working in the games industry.
Each week, one of us picks a movie that all three of us either haven't seen in many years or in some cases haven't seen at all.
We each watch the chosen movie, return to the microphone and let you all know exactly what we thought of it.
I'd never really had any interest in watching it and I was proved absolutely right.
I think it's amazing. I really, really love this film.
The film's still a pile of steaming dog shit.
If you fancy joining in and suggesting a movie for us to watch, why not tweet us at OffRadarPodcast
or email us on offradarpod@gmail.com.
If you like what you hear, please subscribe, share, and by all means, leave a review.
For now, strap in, turn the volume up, and let's go Off Radar. Hello, and welcome back to our final episode of the season. I'm James Smith. I'm joined by Neil Brock.
Goodbye. Oh no, wait. Hello, and then at the end, goodbye. Okay.
Who we call Nige, and James Eatock.
Hello.
Who we call Eatock. Yeah, if you've listened to us, which hopefully you have, at the end of every episode we rate our films out of 10, and basically over that period of 80 films. In fact, Eatock will tell us how many films we've done shortly. Eatock has kept a super spreadsheet, so you can go back and listen to previous episodes and find out where each film ranks overall, I guess, and what our favourite film combined scores are. But before we get there, we did an episode called Beetlejuice a few episodes ago, which was, so if you want to skip forward, if you've not listened to that episode, skip forward 5 minutes or so. But yeah, basically the person who recommended it, Bison, hadn't seen it but he recommended it. He's now got around to watching it, and I'm just going to quickly read out his reviews for those of you that have listened to this episode. So he has written, I watched it obviously, and then listened to the episode, and I was a bit surprised because I didn't get the same feelings as you guys all seem to get. I would have put that down to nostalgia, but Eatock, who hadn't seen it previously, also gave it a high score. I watched it first thing on a Saturday morning, and to be honest, I found it pretty average. Like you mentioned, I spent half the film waiting for Beetlejuice to turn up, and I expected a lot more from the character. I found him pretty annoying, and I didn't really get the weird perviness he seemed to exhibit. And maybe it's my inner snowflake coming out. It made me cringe and made me feel the film was dated in respect to, kind of women and sexism, which is obviously something that you guys just didn't get out of it. I totally get that that the special effects were meant to look a bit rough and homemade. So when I was watching it, I was thinking how much better they could be now. I listened to your review. I want to re-watch and see if I'd appreciate it more. I suppose I'm used to seeing Marvel effects and everything exploding constantly, but I felt it was a bit weak and dated at times. A re-watch is in order. I didn't notice the colour changing thing and things like that, so I'd be interested to look out for that. The story was alright, but again, to me, felt like the acting was dated and overdone. Interesting that you guys seem to think that this wasn't the case and that it just screamed an 80s movie to me. I didn't particularly connect with the characters and I didn't feel satisfied with the ending, but it's probably because I found the character arc of the new family unbelievable. I suppose I might be trying to take the film a bit too seriously. Like you mentioned, I watched a lot of Tim Burton films when I was younger, and I really connected with the ambience and general style of the films, but for me, I just didn't with this one. The dancing around the table scene, which you guys seem to love, I found jarring and not amusing. Such a shame because I always wanted to see the film, but for me, it was only a 5 out of 10. Pending a rewatch. So
Bison, like Beetlejuice, you did to me, so it's fine.
I mean, interesting.
We need to talk to Bison. So if we say his name 3 times, he's going to show up and
yeah, and then spin round. And
is it Smith? Is he still as built as he was back in Ibiza?
Not quite that built, but he's still He's still big.
He's still a big dude.
He's still big. He's bigger than
Yeah, okay.
me.
I just wondered, like, if we can't really threaten him because he'll still beat us up, won't he?
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a 46-year-old man, so don't beat me out for having a different opinion.
You're like the old lady in Batman where he breaks. It's just like, oh, caught in the headlights.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, fair enough, totally. You know, like,
fair enough, man.
You know, sometimes these films don't connect, and yeah, I get that, and we've had these kind of differences over the podcast over the last few years, where some of us have liked films and some of us haven't, and you know that's part of it.
These two schmucks thought The Big Hit was a bad film.
Well, like the other day, I caught up with my good mate Tim Henman, and he was outraged at the rating we gave to Wimbledon. So like, there's lots of people out there with different opinions.
I feel like we're going to get to some of these ratings very soon. One last thing I want to do. So over the last 3-4 years of recording this, obviously you guys have been listening to the episodes a lot. I just want to let you guys know the top 5 listened to episodes of all time.
Oh yeah. Go on.
Any
Convoy.
Well, number 5 was interestingly the talented Mr. Ripley in our top 5.
Oh,
number 4
talented.
was Tenet, which we were not fans of.
Which probably put a bunch of people off listening to any other episodes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Number 3 was a film from this series which did very well, was RRR.
I had that pegged at number 1 actually.
I did, yeah, especially with its YouTube
I mean,
views.
its YouTube reviews are in their thousands, so thank you for listening.
Right, modest Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2.
You mean all our other episodes aren't in their thousands?
Unfortunately not.
Why am I doing this?
Just for the fun. So you can listen on your runs, Nige, that's why.
true.
Number 2 was the first film we ever reviewed on the podcast, was Red Heat.
Wow.
But yeah, number 1 was of course Etok's favourite film of all time, Convoy.
Jesus.
See?
There's
10-4, good buddy. Smith, Rubber Duck, get him a back door.
Let's do
there we
Convoy
go.
2.
Convoy 2.
We're doing Convoy 2. Revenge of Rubber
Burt
Duck.
Young is back.
Well, imagine this, if the listeners, we're all in our suits. We're actually all got suited and booted for this. Got our little glasses of champagne. Got bottles of Cristal and other tropes of hip-hop videos of the 90s. So yeah, we're enjoying ourselves. There's no real structure to this, is
Well,
there?
how many bloody are there? That's what I want to know, first of all.
How many films? Well, I'll give you this. You can do the math. Hey. Thanks, Smith. So we have to start off by saying the thing that confuses me, but not our great leader,
Is everything.
is everything.
Our great leader.
Our great leader, James Smith, is the fact that Off Radar begins with season 2, the movie podcast, that is. So I'm going to be referring to seasons 2, 3, and 4 of Off Radar, because season 1 was a bunch of people talking about their life experiences. Go back and listen for a unique listening experience, and you will get some movie stuff in there as well.
You will, and I mean, one of the episodes was a He-Man episode with James Etok. Then
Another
we
one.
did Rocky Rundown, and then we
Rocky
also
Rundown.
did, the 3 of us did our top 5 films of the 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
noughties, and teenies.
Which is where it
began.
Where it began.
Where it all began.
Good, yeah, it blossoms. So, but
Blossom,
if
blossom.
you're just interested in listening to me, then don't worry about season 1 so much. But,
So how many films have we done then?
So right, first of all, in season this is what I find quite interesting. In season 2, we did 23 movies. Our debut season 2, 23 movies.
oh yeah, that
Season-
classic number. We were like 23.
Classic.
That's a good.
23.
Yeah, an American sitcom.
Season 3, we did 19 movies. A bit of a drop.
Yeah, but we also did do some actors and directors, and
Yeah,
we did
I haven't
we did
included-
other content, to be fair,
Yeah.
in season 3.
But season 4, 27 movies.
Oh mate, I
Wow.
need a pay rise.
Do you know, and what's the magic number? Bill and Ted time. What's the magic number? How many does that add up
69, dude.
Oh.
to? Yeah, he did it. He's here all night.
69. Wow.
Have we done 69?
69. So we've done
films.
69 films, but then again we have done some actors. We've done Cameron Diaz, Jim Carrey, Leo. Who else have we done?
Directors. We've done directors.
What was the director we did?
Spielberg.
Yeah, that
Spielberg.
guy.
Yeah.
That bloke.
That
bloke.
guy.
Who's that dude?
Who's that dude? So I'll give you the stats for this season 4. So my lowest rated movie is a tie-up between two movies.
I can't even remember half the films we did for this season, if I'm being totally honest.
So, you'll get yours. My lowest rated movies this season were Cocaine Bear and Creed Creed 3 with a joint 3 points. God, Creed 3 is still so raw. This is where it gets funny. Smith's lowest rated movie.
Well, I think we know
it's the same as mine.
Yeah, the big hit.
The
big shit.
Smith gave it a 2. Nige gave it a 1.
That was very generous as well.
I mean, I didn't give it a 1, but my response to having watched it for the first time in 20 years was to take the DVD to a charity shop
where it still sits.
No, where some poor bastard has gone out there.
Do you know as well that poor bastard is going to pick it up for someone and realise that it's region locked. So
you know what will happen. Your mum's going to go Christmas shopping.
Oh my God.
And go, I got
this
James used to like this, and buy it for you for Christmas.
It'll be the DVD that you can never get rid of, like a kid's children's book or something. Right. So the across 3 seasons, all-time lowest rated movie, mine should come as no surprise. Wimbledon.
Yes, right, yeah.
Smith's lowest rated movie, it's a tie between 2 movies.
Okay. Well, it's going to be one of them, the big hit.
No,
I don't think it was quite that low. Maybe Tenet?
Yep. There you go, Tenet.
Did I give it a 2? That's pretty harsh, isn't it?
It is pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
With his intentional bad sound design. Nigel's lowest rated movie?
The ginormous shit, yeah.
It gets bigger. So season 4, we did 27 movies. Out of a possible 30 for each, that's a total of 810 points on offer. 810 points on offer for all these movies. We gave them a total score of 564.5.
Oh. I love the 0.5. I bet that was me as well.
No, the point because Nige should have pointed this season, so the point is introduced. Yeah, Nige.
So you've screwed up
darkest
our whole
moment.
system. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a 0.5.
Yeah, me and Smith were the 0.5ers, which made a whole point. Nige brings in the 0.5, throws it out of whack.
That's brilliant.
So that is an average per film each of 6.96, apparently.
Wow.
There you go.
That's about right then, I guess.
Yeah,
so every film's like, it's all right.
Yeah, with a couple of extremes.
We have watched some pants films and some great films this season. So so the totals this season, each of us out of 270 points on offer across 27 movies. I gave a total of 188.5 points. Smith 181.5 points. Nige 194.5 points. So
wow, okay.
All time 69 movies. 30 points on offer for each. That's 2,070 points on offer. It's a lot of points. We scored it 1,392.5 points. So we
6.7. 6.7.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's all averaging out.
It does average out. So here we go. So each of us, we had 690 points to give. I gave a total of 451. Smith 457. Nige 484.5.
So generous.
So
generous.
What a guy. It's Christmas. I'm full of love. I'm giving out the points.
You were last year, that's for sure.
I mean, definitely last Christmas you were.
Last Christmas.
I think. Yeah.
So
Nosey and Alice give me bonus points for Muppets Christmas
right.
Carol.
I thought you were going to say Noel's House Party.
Noel's House Party as well. That's on in 1992. If you're out there in 1992, enjoy.
Blobby.
Crinkly Bottom. I can't believe that was the height of Saturday night entertainment.
I can't believe that I watched it every Saturday night.
it.
There's some young people listening to this being like, what the fuck are they on about?
There's definitely not any young people listening to this.
What's a Noel's House Party? So here we go. Season 4, my highest rated movie. I was like, oh yeah. It was one of those moments when I look back. So my highest rated movie this season.
Either Barbie or RRR.
Right, the second time. RRR with 9.5.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I love that movie though. I would love. I mean, I've got no plans to see it anytime soon, but I enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, it's up there. Smith's highest rated movie of all time.
I think I know this one. Yeah,
you know this one.
It was early on in the season. Little Miss Sunshine, I think.
It was indeed, Smith.
Would you give it? 10?
I think I gave
10?
it a 10, yeah.
Wow.
I love that film.
I feel like I've given out a 10 this series, but I'll be damned if I can remember what it is. Like Beetlejuice must have been close. I can't remember.
Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
Nigel gave a 10 to.
I've got such good taste. Well done, Nigel.
So generous. Oh, yeah.
So now we go of all time.
My
highest rated movie of all time, standing on its own, Once Upon a Time in the West. I fucking love that movie. Yeah. Smith's highest rated movie of all time, Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Nigel's highest rated movies of all time. Here we go.
And there's 15.
No, there's not. There's
10.
Like 10. Gremlins.
Yes.
Once Upon a Time in the West.
Absolutely.
The Muppet Christmas Carol.
No regrets.
And Fargo.
Absolutely.
It's fine, Nigel.
I win.
Fargo. All of those.
So what do I win?
What do I win? You win Bully's special prize. So yeah, averages of season 4. So this is the average we gave. Me, I was giving an average of 7. Smith was giving an average of 6.7. Okay. Nigel was giving an average of 7.2. So Smith was
7.2.
Man, I was the stingiest this year.
You were the stingiest. Stingy Smith.
E-Talk.
I think
in the season before, I think it was definitely you, and I was.
And so the averages of all this kind of, I was like, the averages of all time. Me with 6.5, Smith with 6.6, and Nigel with 7. So it's all
that's
kind
quite a big leap.
Yeah. So and I broke it down by years because I always find this one fascinating of the decades we've reviewed movies, and it just shows us where we fail, and also in some ways where it surprises me. So 1960s, we've done one movie, which I'm going to guess is Once Upon a Time in the West.
So it's going to be like a 9 point something or other.
Yeah. 1970s, 2 movies. I'm going to get Convoy and Superman, yeah. This one surprised me, given that we're all 1980s kids kind of thing. So sorry, 1980s we've done 12 movies. 1990s
12, did you say? 80s
films. 12. 1990s we've done 19 movies.
Oh wow.
It's like,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
2000s, 9 movies.
Yeah.
2010s, 10 movies. And obviously, for relevance of, I understand why we've done so many. 2020s, we've done 16 movies.
Yeah, we do. So we try and do.
We try and keep it current.
New films, that come out.
Well, when you think about the ones we've done, Creed 3, Cocaine Bear, Barbie, kind of. A few kind of recent films. Yeah, so that it kind of makes sense. Yeah. We should do next season, I think, an older film, like maybe a 30s film. I want to do something
50s.
Like really, way back. I'd love to do, like a musical or something.
Like, we should do Wizard of Oz or something.
Hello,
You've
Dolly.
not seen that, have you?
Hello, Dolly.
Hello. I've never seen that actually. But anyway,
the longest episode, unsurprisingly, is Batman Returns.
Oh my god!
Well, that is surprising, but I guess so.
The shortest episode. This kind of this season, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
At 38 minutes. I was like, there really wasn't much to talk about in that film. Clearly.
Yeah, but go back and listen to it. It's an interesting episode.
Definitely listen to it. Yeah. Listen to us kind of.
We just review it right from the off, I think.
So do you want me to do the countdown list?
Yeah.
And I'll do them.
Let's kick the music off.
Do diddle-a-doo, do diddle-a-doo, do diddle-a-doo, blow. So the lowest film, The Big Hit, with a total of 8 points.
Yeah, undeserved, everyone.
Most of those points came from E-Talk, to be fair.
That is true. It's true. Captain America, 8.5.
And just to reiterate as well, this is Captain America from when exactly?
1990. Yeah, sorry, I should have said Captain America with his rubber ear, and his tummy problem.
Oh God, yeah.
I've got to jump out of this car. Off I go.
Such a weird. Smith gave it a 2.5. I gave it a 2. Nigel gave it a 4. So
I still feel like if they sorted out the score for that film, it would be a very passable film.
Right, Creed 3 with 9. It's crazy to think that's way down there. Creed 3 with 9 points, but we all agreed it was a pretty atrocious movie.
Yep.
Well, we gave it a 3-3-3, so, the joint agreement. Wimbledon with 9.5.
I do think Wimbledon is vastly superior to Creed 3.
Next is Tenet with 10.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm quite surprised it's that high.
Yes, yeah, true.
It's moving up, which is concerning.
Yeah, it is.
That is the funny thing.
Below it.
Next is Cocaine Bear with 11 points.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good.
Well, me and Smith were on a 3 and Nige was a 5, so it wasn't universally loved. Next, we got 2 movies on 12.5. Mr. Nobody and Surf Ninjas.
Oh, Burling.
God, Surf Ninjas, yeah.
Surf Ninjas.
I still stand up with that. If it had been Hulk Hogan in that, the film would have been even better.
I mean, yeah.
I think there's a couple of films I've said that about. If they just had Hulk Hogan as the lead
I think
instead.
any
Mr.
bad
Nobody
film
definitely would be much better with Hulk Hogan.
Next, 13.5 points is Red Heat.
Wow, we were very harsh on Red Heat.
We were quite harsh. I mean, it wasn't brilliant, but yeah.
No. I reckon I probably gave that a 5 or maybe a 6.
I honestly feel looking at this next film, it should be lower. 14 points. Avatar.
I think to be fair, I gave it a half decent score because
me and Nige gave it a 4
because of especially the effects at the time and seeing it in the IMAX and. Yeah,
it's quite funny, isn't it? With Jurassic Park, we felt the need to rate it higher than maybe we would have done because of what it meant to the film industry. You could make that argument for Avatar, but I just think,
be wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just think Avatar lacks so much heart of the magic of Jurassic Park. But
definitely.
We're not reviewing. Sorry. Next is 15 points. Oh, sorry, a 3-way tie, 15 points. Nomadland.
Yeah.
This surprises me. John Wick.
Oh yeah,
not very good.
And Tron.
Yeah.
Tron that low, Jesus.
Well,
yeah, because me and Smith gave Tron a 4, and you gave it a 7, so we were coming in guns a blazing.
I would argue that John Wick's probably better than Tron, but
yeah, I agree.
Piss off.
And
John Wick shits in a bucket compared to Tron.
Okay, next is. Pinocchio. Guillermo.
I thought,
how'd you pronounce his name?
Guillermo del Toro. It looked so good, didn't it? It was such a technical achievement.
It was fine. Yeah, it was amazing to look at, I think.
Achievement, fantastic. But just not the right
it wasn't
film.
Quite. Yeah.
2 films on 18 points. 2 films on 18 points. Convoy and The Others.
Oh, wow. I mean, there's a weird double pack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the one that gave The Others a bad review. You guys gave it 7s. I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite low, yeah. 2
films on 18.5. We've got Starship Troopers.
Wow.
And Robert Pattinson's The Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smith, you were the harshest on the Batman. Me and Nige gave it 7. You gave it a 4.5.
And after recently watching Batman and Batman Returns, I think I actually stand by that even more.
Yeah, no,
I feel like there should be a bigger gap for me between that Batman and Batman Returns. Maybe I'd go back and reassess the Batman at maybe a 6.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm with you, Nige. I gave it a 7 like you, and it's just like, oh my god, I just gave. Yeah. Batman Returns an 8.
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah,
it's a tricky one. Next is a 3-way tie at 19 points. A Star Is Born, The One I Love, and Near Dark.
I'm always going to say Near Dark was underrated by you two. I just don't.
You gave it a 9.
Yeah, and I stand by that. Absolutely.
Stands by it.
But yeah, and whilst I thought The Star Is Born was quite forgettable, and you absolutely hated the one that Bish suggested.
The One I Love, I gave it a 4. Yeah. Did Bish suggest that?
He did, yeah.
Bishop.
Yeah,
I'm coming for you.
I quite liked that.
It's good. Etox's wrong.
Yeah.
I can be wrong. But people, you say that about Convoy, but all our listeners can't be, unless you're calling all our listeners wrong about Convoy.
Hello, all our listeners. You're wrong.
Boo. Next, we've got a 5-way tie with 19.5 points. Here we go. Gone Baby Gone, The Rum Diary,
Wow.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, You Cannot Kill David Arquette, and Sorry to Bother You.
I actually think a few of those should be a bit lower, you know.
Definitely, yeah. I think Near Dark being below those is outrageous. But
Gone Baby Gone, I actually, in reflection, think it was probably worse than...
The funny thing about Gone Baby Gone, I would say out of all the movies we've reviewed, it's the one I forget we reviewed the most. Next, we've got a 3-way tie on 20. They Live, Surge, and Go.
So that to me, Surge is overrated, I would say, compared to some of the ones that have been passed. Yeah.
I thought it was 6, so you're pretty close to me. And
I thought it was good, but
I enjoyed that. 20.5, we've got a 3-way thing on 20.5. We've got Mrs Doubtfire.
Hello.
Promising young woman.
Yes.
And
no
Elf.
Snappy one-liner. No.
I mean, Mrs Doubtfire should be about 20 places higher, but
yeah. to quote, you're wrong. So next, how many on? We've got 21 points. We've got 6 films on 21 points here.
So this is the average of it basically being a 7 out of 10 film for 21 points.
Yeah. So here's I got very fond memories of this movie, JCVD.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Then we've got Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I like that.
Wayne's World, The Running Man, Mission Impossible, and The Big Short.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's probably fair, isn't it? Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Like
you look at those.
I
And
mean,
it's
I know we would have differed slightly on those, but around 7-ish out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, the one I think we all differ on is Wayne's World. That's the most glaring one.
I think I gave that a 9.
You gave it a 9. Smith gave it a 7. I gave it a 5. But all the others are kind of like 7s and 8s.
That is different. Man, I forgot.
Yeah. Next, we've got 3 movies on 21.5. So we've got The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Wow. Yeah.
The Talented...
So bland, but go on.
The Talented Mr. Ripley and Primal Fear.
Oh, okay. They kind of sit together, those 3.
They weirdly do, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, yeah. Crime drama kind of thing. Next, we've got 2 movies on 22.
Okay.
Witness and Barbie.
Yes.
Those two don't sit together.
They really don't. I'd love to see that crossover, but yeah.
There you go, yeah.
They are both kind of fish out of water films.
They really are, yeah. That's it. Next, 2 movies on 22.5. We've got Wall-E and RRR. So 2 films in which capital letters are only used. Wow. There you go.
There we go.
Look at that. There's a little bit of trivia.
Good triv.
So next, how many have we got here? We've got 5 films on 23 points. Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Still fond memories.
A long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, fond memory of that. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Moonlight. Very good film.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And Batman Returns.
Oh, wow. It's an esteemed company, I mean, would say then.
That's a good
section of films. Very good section.
Getting there,
very
aren't we?
Different films, but very good. Next, 4 films on 23.5. We've got Train to Busan.
Oh, yeah.
Top Gun Maverick.
Oh.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And The Banshees of Inisherin. The Banshees of Inisherin. That's it.
There we go.
Interesting.
Yeah, Banshees, I gave it an 8.5, Nigel an 8, and Smith a 7. So, yeah, we all thought very highly of that. Yeah. 24 points. We've got 4 films on 24 points. Happy Gilmore.
Hey.
Wow. Yeah.
Gremlins.
Wow.
This is just me giving high scores.
I was going to say,
things.
these sound quite high.
These are quite...
aren't high
actually, well, Happy Gilmore, I gave an 8 to, Nigel gave a 9, Smith gave a 7. Happy Gilmore, Gremlins, The Truman Show, and The Fly.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We're getting really up there now. The 3 films on 24.5. So, Superman. First Blood.
Oh, yeah.
And Get Out.
Get out.
Get out of it. On 25 points, we have Little Shop of Horrors.
Little shop of horrors.
On 26 points, we have The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everyone.
We laugh at Nigel gave it a 10.
Like the rat.
Me and Smith gave it an 8.
It's still a very good Christmas film.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. 26.5, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
You wanger. Two films on 27 points, Jurassic Park and Beetlejuice.
Wow. So that's, 9s all round, I guess.
27.5, Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yeah.
There you go. I fucking love that movie. And then 2 films on 28 points.
So is this the highest rated?
This is the
top two.
Yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine and Fargo.
Wow. Okay.
There you go. So what that tells us is when I think a film is good, you both don't, and when you think a film is good, I just agree. So yeah, Smith gave Little Miss Sunshine a 10. The only reason Once Upon a Time in the West doesn't reach the dizzying heights is
Smith.
It's Smith 7.5.
Smith's German version brings it down.
I mean
German version.
Yeah,
but yeah,
sorry,
it's
boys.
that's all right. But yeah, that's crazy. It's like what a list. 69 films.
Are we going to get a
of
perfect 10/perfect 30?
Well,
or something?
that's
I do
the
wonder.
thing. One day, will we get 10, 10, 10? Because we've got 10, 9, 9 there for Little Miss Sunshine, and Fargo was 10, 9, 9 as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, that leaderboard is, I think, relatively, accurate. I mean, there's a few we obviously
a few where we're
disagreed on, I'll give something a low one and you a high, or vice versa. But what are the films that you loved then, Etok, that we didn't? What do you mean by that? There's a couple that you... I mean, obviously Convoy, but there's a couple of others. So RRR, I don't think I loved as much as you.
Yeah, RRR, there was... Are you just talking about
biggest
this season or overall? The biggest discrepancy would be... I don't know how I would work that out, to be honest.
I mean,
I think I'd have to do some sums in Excel where it's like brackets equals delete divided by
But I guess Near Dark...
that's the one for me that I really enjoyed. That you really didn't think anywhere near as much of, which proves to me you two don't know what you're talking about. So it's fine.
Big Hit you both trashed, and I didn't, only because of nostalgia. But like I say, I would have. I'm sure I would have happily gone back and. I gave it a 5. Bloody hell. I mean, it is our lowest rated movie, so I suppose there is that, right?
Well, Smith gave Mr. Nobody a fairly.
Seven.
Whilst we gave it a horrendous score, so I suppose that might be your biggest discrepancy.
It probably is, for me, definitely. And then
I feel like I don't know this for I'd have to do comparisons, but I feel like we were quite generous this season. But that's probably because we were watching
better
for the most part, better films.
Yeah, we have, and a lot of that is down to you guys recommending these films. So yeah, thank you very much for recommending them over this series, because we've done a lot of listener recommended films this series, and I guess if you want to get in touch and recommend some more for series 5, email us. You want to
bring the average down
or up, hopefully.
Imagine if we just did like a season where it's just bad films, like just really
just a season of 6 out of 10s,
just really average films all the time,
just bang average films.
Email us on offradarpod@gmail.com, tweet us at offradarpodcast, and thanks for listening. You can also follow us on YouTube. I know a lot of you are already, we'll see you next year.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Right, I don't know if this is when I'm releasing this. Is
Happy
it Christmas?
New Year.
Happy New Year.
I thought you were releasing this. Happy New Year.
Yeah,
happy holiday
maybe
of some
Christmas.
kind.
Yeah. Happy Easter.
Happy you've got wearing a new pair of socks day, whatever you're doing out there. Enjoy.